Before we get started with the podcast, we want to give a quick shout out to Quench. Whether you're in the gym, at the rink, on the field, or just trying to get through a long day, Quench is the perfect drink to keep you hydrated without the extra junk.
Check out quenchhydration.ca and be sure to use our code 24pod for 15% off at checkout. That's 24pod for 15% off at checkout. Stay hydrated with Quench.
Welcome back to the 2-4 podcast. I am so happy right now.
Why are you happy?
Well, about 2 minutes after Judah walked in the door,
Yep.
I had the draft lottery on, and I'm used to the old style. I'm pretty sure they used to do it this way, where they would, get the balls out of the mixer or whatever, and they go up in order. My bad. They go up in order. So once they grab out a ball for the 9th pick, then they grab out a ball for the 8th pick. So there's 9 teams left, and I missed all the explanation stuff. I see a ball pop up, and it's 12. I jump up for a second. I'm like, oh, wait. Because I knew that was Toronto's that told us. I'm like, oh, wait. Maybe that's 9. And then they go, Toronto's won the draft lottery. I start jumping up and down because I actually couldn't believe it, because obviously all the drama with Boston would have got it if we didn't stay top 5, all that stuff, a really bad year. Now the stuff coming out about Matthews saying he doesn't know how much he wants to be back if they don't build around him. They are now set up. It's a perfect start to an offseason.
Yeah.
You get your the first overall pick. And
now Matthews has his new line mate, Gavin McKenna.
Well, that, and I am pretty firm on the stance of they need to take a defenseman. I don't care that they have the first overall pick and could get McKenna or Stenberg. They need a defenseman. However, I could understand getting one of those forwards if you build the defense through free agency, maybe trade Riley, whatever.
Yeah.
But the one thing I don't agree with is trading down to try and get your guy, because all you're now doing, depending on how far you trade down, is giving other teams an opportunity to take your guy. You have that first overall pick. If you have a guy in mind, I don't care if he's projected to be 4th, just take him, because the first overall pick is the only pick in the entire draft where nobody can steal your guy from you.
Exactly.
So keep the pick. Whatever they do, I'll end up being happy with, because you're getting a stud. You don't mess up the pick that bad.
Yeah.
McKenna, he's going to be a stud. Stenberg is going to be a stud. Verhoff, Smits, Carls. You can't mess it up. And if they do, well, it would be the Leafs to do it. But great way to start the night.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And great news following questionable news on the signing of Chayka. However, the thing that I think was nice was, they have all the managers on the Zoom calls and everything. It wasn't John Chayka on the Zoom. It was Matt Sundin. So that gives me the thought that Sundin is going to be pulling the strings mostly for the team.
True.
So, and that is kind of what we've heard. So it is a better feeling for sure.
Yeah.
And Sundin respects the organization and the players. I know the rumors have been out about Matthews. I don't think they trade him. I think they build around him like crazy. And I think it's more likely that they build around him like crazy and it falls through, rather than them trade him and not build around him. I think that's more likely.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I don't follow it a lot, but I follow it enough to feel like that's probably accurate. I don't know. I don't really see them getting rid of Matthews.
I just can't see it happening. I just don't think anyone's going to meet their asking price.
Well, that on top of if he stuck around for a sell, why wouldn't he stay around at this point, sort of thing? Because it's you knew where this was going to end up.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I feel like he's still in it.
Yeah. I love when my buddies just make me feel good about something.
What?
Ian in the group chat said, because we're talking about the defensemen in the chat, because obviously defensemen are at the top of the board.
Yeah.
And I've always said, our buddy Ian was big on Chase Reed earlier in the year, kind of around World Juniors. I like Chase Reed, but my opinion that I said was it feels like another Morgan Riley, in the sense that he's going to be so offensive that he lacks the defensive side. Okay. And he goes, Doug, you said it best. Chase Reed is Riley with a better point shot. And that's exactly what I said.
Okay.
And that's my only fear is Toronto's biggest struggle has been defensemen who aren't good in the defensive zone. Verhoff, as much as he's an offensive-minded defenseman at times, he's very steady defensively. I mean, he was really good in the World Juniors, right? So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You can speculate for hours and hours as to what they're going to do.
Yeah, especially
And
with the Leafs.
especially
really
with the
know.
Leafs, you never really know. So, but still, very exciting news and super unexpected. I mean, I live in a house with a Blackhawks fan and a Bruins fan, and of course, the Blackhawks fan thought they were getting the first overall pick, and the Bruins fan just thought that they were getting our pick. And so I ran upstairs screaming when we got it,
You did.
and we all just started laughing because it is funny that people are going to say it was rigged for the Leafs. That's
of course it was.
going to happen.
I'm
And
saying it.
truthfully, for me at this point, I don't care if it was because Leaf
Too late
fans
now.
have gone through a lot of struggles the last long time. Yes, I understand they made the playoffs 9 straight years, but we've been the laughing stock of the league throughout those 9 years because of the results. And then we
Yeah.
had this season, first year without Marner, who we were saying most people were saying was the problem. Again, laughing stock. Now you get the first overall
Even
pick.
worse,
You're
laughing stuff.
like you're given your chance to shove it in people's face.
Yeah.
So and a new look, whether it is
Yeah.
a defenseman or a forward, it's going to be a new look. So
Yeah. I think the funny thing is too is that if you, I mean, I guess the Matthews Marner thing, if you were to compare who technically the bigger, I hate bunting. If you were to compare who technically the bigger loser is, it's Matthews because Marner won the Four Nations and beat.
that, but then Matthews won the Olympic gold medal. But then Marner's now playing decent in the playoffs for Vegas.
I know, but I mean, well, people were saying the Marner problem before the gold medal.
Sorry, so, what are you saying?
I don't really know. I'm just making a point, I guess. But no, I don't know. I think it's just funny. Ian said he was stressing in the group chat. I said you're stressing for the Leafs to get a good pick and suck, or for them to have Boston get their pick and the Leafs to still suck. So I think it's funny either way.
I do think, and this is where
I think it gets funnier now that they have a good pick and they're still going to suck.
I think the thing is you question why they do the lottery instead of being like the NFL where it just goes in order.
Yeah, I think it's dumb.
And I think I am on the other side. I think it's awesome because the only issue with it going in order is if you're up to a slow first half of the season, you're at the bottom. It is so easy to tank and stay at the bottom and guarantee that spot. However, if you're a team like Toronto, you have your chance to go for it. And if you realize a little too late, like Toronto did, that you're not going to make it, you can still tank enough to get into a good spot to have a chance at the pick, which obviously it worked out for Toronto. Vancouver dropped to third, which on that side of it, it shows you, hey, you can't just tank like that and think you're getting that first overall pick because you're not.
No, that's true. I think, actually, and I feel like you would probably agree on this, I think the best draft order rule is the PWHL one, where as soon as you're eliminated, you collect points. So whoever gets then the most points then gets the first pick. So you have to then win games to get. So as soon as you're eliminated,
yeah,
they have I don't know exactly how it works, but there's a system where you then have to win games to get the highest pick.
Like once you're eliminated from contention or something like that?
I believe so.
Interesting.
So
see, I don't hate that.
It's a better way of evening out and keeping games competitive because teams then want to try.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I'm just thinking this now as I say it, is what happens if you get like eliminated super late into the season? Or
I mean, but the other side with that is that just means that you were a fringe playoff team and you just didn't quite get in.
Yeah, true.
Which those teams end up. So the draft lottery is only for the top.
Yeah.
10 teams, I think, or top 12.
Yeah.
Sorry, 11 and up are the only teams that can actually get the first overall pick, I think. It's something like that, right? So it's like those fringe playoff teams that miss by a point or two and finish, 12 to 16, they can't move, right? So
no. Yeah, then again,
kind of set like that a little bit.
Already, then again, keep in mind, I don't know the full format of that. I just know that it's a system where, it's not, you can't really tank, or tanking doesn't do you any good.
It doesn't guarantee anything.
I mean, for the PWHL
system.
For the PWHL. Or it doesn't do you any good to tank and intentionally lose games.
Exactly.
I don't really know why Will's saying Assman is back. It's only 2 runs.
He is at 70 pitches through 3 2/3, which isn't great.
It's not
but-
great, but like he's not pitching bad.
No, he's just not.
He'll
great,
get them
but
5 at least.
Come on. 1-0 pitch to Palacios.
What were you hoping for a strikeout on that 1-0 pitch?
No, I was hoping for a ground out. But while we're on the Jays, we might as well get into the Jays.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have any more hockey, anyways.
No, that was a good solid 9.5 minutes for me of being so happy about the pick. But
Yeah, fair.
first thing I want to bring up is George Springer's back.
Yeah,
And then he was almost gone again.
yeah, yeah.
What are the odds of that?
I mean, not crazy high. I don't think, but now that he is back, I think he'll be back for good now. I would like to think.
Can we start a GoFundMe to buy him a foot guard?
No, I think Rogers has that money.
Well, apparently they don't because he's still not wearing one.
Yeah,
But, I
sure.
mean,
I guess we can go with that. but-
I wrote this up yesterday before the game.
okay.
So before going through the weekend, since Springer had come back, 4 for 12. First at bat was an RBI single.
Yep.
The
pinch hit?
He got he
Yeah,
had gotten off to, not a great start,
There
but
you
not the
go.
worst possible start. And he comes back and 4 for 12, and I think he led off 2 of the games in Minnesota with a base hit as well. So coming back from
Yeah,
injury,
I think you're right.
it's never a bad thing to see a guy, right away, kind of get back into it, get a base knock,
Find a groove right away.
feel that bat,
Yeah.
feel that bat to ball again. Because I tell you, I remember this weekend how hard it is to time up baseballs.
Well, if I'm not wrong, I remember you trying to pull the classic "Yo, he throws too slow" complaint. If I'm
They
not
did
wrong.
throw very slow. The guys
They're
we were
throwing
facing.
slow,
But
but that's not an excuse.
I will also say I was early because last year I was late all year, so now I'm trying to be uncomfortably early, and it is working. I'm not late,
Okay.
and I only struck out once,
Okay.
which you didn't even see that. But
No. Yeah, I
Um,
feel like you should probably be happy I wasn't there for that. Because no one
yeah.
chirps our team harder than our own team.
And as much as sometimes it's annoying, most of the time it's fun. The one time it's annoying is when you're in the middle of your motion and you hear someone go, "That's my man." That is when it's annoying. But for the most part, it's fun, right? Because we all understand how hard the game is.
yeah,
And
no
all,
one.
these games we're playing right now are exhibition. They're basically just to get warmed up for the season, so they don't
yeah.
really matter. So
No,
it's
they
like
don't mean anything.
whenever someone gets a hit, you get chirped because it's like, oh, you could have hit it better. And whenever you get out, you get chirped because you could have gotten a hit because
Yeah.
the guys we're facing are not very good. So it's like,
no, exactly.
but at the same time, baseball's hard. It doesn't matter if the guy's throwing hard or not. Like timing up the pitch, squaring it up. Like we didn't have that many hits as a team throughout the 2 games because everyone's just warming up. But
Well, and keep in mind the ball is mush in this weather.
it's
It
mush in
goes
this weather.
nowhere.
So that was the thing. Like I had that double the day before you were there, and I had
Supposedly.
that fly out the day you were there. The
Okay.
fly out felt better off the bat than the double did, and the double went 120 feet further.
Yeah, it's just
That's also
weird.
just baseball,
Yeah.
right? It makes no sense, really, is the gist.
Yeah. I
but
mean,
anyways, that was fun.
no,
Getting back on the field.
you know what? Yeah, getting back on the field, as much as that time it sucks, as much as just the overall atmosphere sucked, it did feel good.
And just fun to be around the guys again.
It felt good to be in guys again. I did it twice, got my target practice in.
Yeah.
No runs, keep in mind. Worked myself out of it.
Yeah.
Which-
We both kind of worked out of mini jams.
I
Although
didn't see you. I was warming up then.
there was an error by your brother. I
Okay.
walked one guy and I struck out 3.
What?
by him.
Okay. Was it an error by him or
Yes.
was it a diamond error?
No, it was
Because that diamond's so bad.
It may have taken a little bad hop, but it was a
Okay.
pretty soft ground ball that kind of hit the heel of his glove and bounced away.
Okay, so that's probably on him then.
I'll give it a bit of both because
Sure.
it did bounce, roll, and then a little skip. It wasn't a bounce, but it was
Okay.
like a skip.
But
at the same time, Your brother's supposed to be good, so we can make that play.
yeah,
um,
supposed to be. But honestly, I felt mid-season just get guys on base, horrible whip, and then you get out of it without really giving up a run.
That's kind of how I felt in the sense of
Yeah.
walk a guy, error, which obviously doesn't count against the whip, but then 3 punchies. And I
Yeah.
couldn't throw my curveball for a strike to save my life. I was fastball fastball slider that whole time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I'm very unserious on the mound, but
Very.
my last pitch, I just turned around and asked boys, "What do you want here, man?" He's like, "Curveball, bro." Like, not quiet either.
No.
I'm just like, "All right, man, I got you." Shook the catcher off. Curveball, best one of the day. Froze him for the third strike.
And
I love doing that. I'm probably going to do that a lot more this season.
There is no better feeling as a pitcher than throwing a pitch for strike 3 and it's borderline, but based on how the ump's been calling that it's going to get called and you can just walk off.
I mean, mine was dick. It wasn't borderline, but that is. Well, no, mine was 100% down the middle.
See, mine was. I had thrown a slider like up and out corner. I hung it, but on the outside corner, and he a little off the plate, but he called it a strike. So that was my third strike pitch to the last batter. I'm like, oh yeah, he's calling that, walking off, and all I hear is, I'm like, oh yeah,
yeah.
And then I couldn't feel my arm the next day.
Fair. I think I'm gonna do something this inning where I have the infield call all my pitches. I'm just gonna third base, shortstop, second, first. Just gonna ask him. What do you guys want?
Make him yell it so the hitter hears.
Yeah. I mean, I struck out a dude last year where I flashed him 2 fastballs back to back.
Yeah, you did.
Keep in mind that's a guy no one likes, but it was funny. Especially considering I don't throw hard enough to blow it by you when you know it's coming.
No.
You have to throw about 95 for that.
Well, in our age, you got to throw about if you're about 84 up, if you get a guy a little bit off, you can get a by.
Yeah,
but that's fair on the hitter. But
very much so.
Hence why I'm trying to be uncomfortably early, so that's not me this year. But back to some
real
baseball
Blue Jay
stuff. I guess
they're almost healthy again.
They are almost healthy again. And,
really close. We got a fully positive injury report the other day.
Not fully, technically.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Jose Brios is getting an MRI. He's got pain.
I didn't see that from BNS.
That came out today.
Oh, no, I said the other day.
Oh, sorry.
The other day, BNS gave us a fully positive injury report saying how everyone is progressing. There had been no problems, and it was felt like great news.
Which is fantastic.
Yimi Garcia is really close. Barger's back by the weekend.
Bieber, I haven't heard much on.
I think he said he was starting rehab.
So Bieber's probably realistically another month.
No, I think he'll be like 3 weeks.
Sorry.
Kirk should be
3/4 of a month.
Kirk should be about 3 weeks.
Hopefully, yeah.
At this point. Yeah, Springer's back now.
Yeah, and then I mean, there's still so many guys, but
yeah, who else am I missing here?
Sorry, let me go through it here.
The Jays posted a photo dump today of all the guys at the park, all the guys who were injured at the park, and it was like, oh, the band is back together.
The band is back.
Yeah.
Lucas is still injured, and then I mean the guy we all forget about, Anthony Santander, is still injured.
Yep. Well, another guy
we don't need Santander because we have
Hendrick.
I
love firing that off.
Well, and he's actually been
been really good.
Like he is like if he obviously doesn't keep this up, but keeps consistent,
he maintains a similar pace. Yeah,
like.
He will be.
I'll take him in the 2 spot over Lucas because he's got a bit more power potential. At least
he does have more power potential.
But he's been sick. I guess going back to the Boston series a little bit, when we recorded, it was the Tuesday, obviously. The 3-0 win. Vladdy 2 hits, 2 RBIs that day for Kazuma Okamoto, who my goodness is he on a tear.
Yeah, he is.
That was the Trey Savage start, 5 1/3 scoreless, fantastic start for him.
Yep.
And then Fluharty, Hoffman, Rogers, Varland combined to keep the Red Sox shut out after Trey. So that was good. And then Wednesday, 8-1 win.
Okay.
Home run for Ernie Clement, which I found hilarious that he used.
Oh, every single bat.
So what was it? The second at bat was Miles Straw. He got out. The first at bat he was using
Kirk, I want to say.
Alejandro Kirk's bat got out. Third at bat, he goes back to his zone and he hits a home run.
Yeah. The problem was right in or the solution was right in front of you the entire time.
And but it's funny though, because him and David Schneider are like two of the funniest guys, but also most relatable, right? Because with baseball being a game of failure, it's like if you go 0 for 3 one day, it might not even it's not your stance, it's not your bat, it's not your swing. The pitcher may have messed with you, or you maybe just didn't have it. Yeah. I fall victim to that. Like, I always think it's my swing, and it leads me to change my swing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work at all.
Exactly.
And that's how it goes. And you see that in both Ernie and Schneider. Schneider, his stance is different every single game, unless the last game was good, and Ernie's always switching bats.
Yeah.
Ernie's obviously not quite as extreme as Schneider, but it's like you see it in those guys, and I think that's why everyone loves them, because they're just such relatable.
Very superstitious.
Superstitious, or even if it's like I think Ernie, I think, is superstitious. Schneider, I think, is more head case stuff, where that swing's not working, I got to change my swing.
I can see that
swing didn't work, because the only reason I think that could be the case is because, like I said, I know for me that happens for me. If I miss a good pitch,
no, he just missed it.
If I miss a good pitch, I'm convinced it's not my timing, it's my swing.
Okay.
Like, for example,
that's bad.
On the weekend, I had my double, and then Sunday I flew out on a similar pitch, same swing, same stance, and I just missed it a bit. I just got a little bit under it, and I'm convinced that my swing's the problem, even though I hit a double the day before.
Have you ever done this where this is really tough to explain, but if you get it, you're gonna get it. Where you say you see like a video, I guess for you, a righty, where it's like your swing, it doesn't look. I'll use Mike Trout as an example. Your stance looks nothing like him.
Yeah.
But have you ever thought, like, maybe if I make it like just a little bit more like his, it just might feel a bit smoother? You ever like see a video of him swinging? You're like, yo, I want to kind of try with that.
Where do you think I get all my ideas from my batting stance?
Yeah, like I remember there was
Hendrick.
There was a day, this would have been years ago, where I was just like, I love Jose Barrios' motion. I went out in my backyard. I mimicked it for an hour, just throwing balls into a net. And then I copied it for a while. And then there's days where I'm like, yo, I low-key really like how Paul Skeens is, how he's just super whippy.
And also, it's like, with some, you feel more comfortable. And with some, it's like, I don't know how this guy does this.
Exactly. Some days, I just feel way better pitching when I'm mimicking a certain player's motion. And it's like, it's not even my own, even though if you pulled up a video, it probably wouldn't look that much different, but in my head, I'm doing this completely different.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what it's just a mental thing, right?
Yeah.
Some days where I'm like, yo, I low-key love how Gausman does the thing where he bounces until he comes down. I'm like, yo, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Like, for me, pitching-wise, like, I kind of mimic Bieber, where he's looking in, like, with the glove up in front of his face, but then when he gets his grip, he moves it down because I can't get my grip up here.
Okay.
So then I move it down, and then I kind of have his motion, but then my leg lift and stuff kind of feels like Barrios. Now, that wasn't intentional. That was just finicking around playing catch, and I found something comfortable. Hitting-wise, like, last year, I looked at, like, Clement because he's got a simple swing. That worked for me at the end of the year. Now, going into this year, I'm kind of mixing that with something that's more comfortable. But then I also look at guys like, when you look at a lot of big league hitters, their weight doesn't look back, but when they make their stride, all they're doing is lifting their front foot and their body doesn't move. Meaning, obviously, there's not much weight on that leg.
Yeah.
For me, on the weekend, I'm like, man, like, I feel like I have to move my weight back to lift my leg up and move forward. Yeah. So, like, today and yesterday throughout the day, I'm kind of finicking, like, okay, how can I get my weight more on my backside?
Yeah.
Which is, for me, that I'm going to work on is, like, getting my heel off the ground and only my toe on the ground.
Yep.
Because then naturally your weight's going to be back a bit. Because then all you have to do now is move forward. Right?
That's true. Makes sense.
Obviously, you have to be careful that you don't let your weight get stuck, right?
Exactly.
But it's got to go forward. So it's like, in the past, like, I've mimicked, like, Jose Reyes, Josh Donaldson, like, where's some other guys?
There was days where I thought if I, like, really put my elbow up here, like, I'd be like Jose Bautista.
Yeah, like,
and days where if I, like, flared my elbow, I'd be like Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, like, I copied Devin Travis at one point. I copied Ryan Goins, Lourdes Gurriel. The one that worked the most for me though, and it's now disappearing from my head. That's how this typically goes. That's awesome.
Yo, Jays player?
Yeah. Jays
Old,
player.
like 2015 era.
I've copied Pilar. I hit a home run actually doing that.
Not a home run hitter.
No, but it was literally guy was throwing submarine at like 13U down and in sync, and I hit it out to right somehow. But yeah, no, there was one that worked really well. So it was kind of Donaldson, but it wasn't like up here, like moving around a ton. It was more just like down here on my shoulder, but I kind of mimicked the leg kick and the timing.
Russell Martin?
No, but I played with a guy that mimicked Russell Martin.
Okay.
It's gonna really bother me. It wasn't Bautista, it wasn't Donaldson. It wasn't Goins, but when I think of Goins, it starts to come to my head.
Was it righty?
I believe so, yeah. It wasn't Justin Smoke. It wasn't Chris Colabello.
Actually, I don't know where you're going with this
really
one either, to be honest.
This is really bothering me, and I used it myself.
I mean,
I'm a weirdo.
We both know a guy who.
Javi Baez was one I also copied.
Oh yeah.
Now
yeah.
I didn't copy him in terms of all the movement, but it was like bat down on the shoulder and the up, down, up with the bat.
Okay, yeah.
And that led to like my best year somehow, even though he's one of the most painful hitters to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I copied Vladdy for a couple of games, and I actually hit the ball decent, and then I had one bad game. It switched.
Yeah.
Because that's the way my mind worked. And that was like I had good years when I was young, and I didn't really do it. And then as I started to get a little bit older, it started happening, and it's frustrating. So because you don't want to change your swing, but when you fail, you feel like you need to change something.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking to it this year. I'm sticking with the same thing. If anything, it's little like weight movement things.
Okay.
But for the most part, we're sticking to it. And if I play like crap, which I hopefully won't, then I'll blame it on the swing at the end of the year.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, we know a guy who's completely mimicked every aspect of his game after a player.
Yeah, Bo Bichette.
Yeah. Like
Bo Bichette copies Jackson Groves.
Yeah, it's down to the detail, man.
And it's so funny. We'll get back into the Jays in a sec, but it was our good buddy Jackson Groves. Like he showed up to try, he showed up to our exhibition games, and a couple guys knew him from Ontario Nationals.
I didn't know.
Most of us didn't know him, and he goes to hit BP and like stances like Bichette, the finish is like Bichette, and like don't get me wrong, hitting the ball really well, and we're kind of standing there like,
who the hell does this guy think he is?
Yeah, who does this guy think he is? And throughout the year, it turned into, this guy's
Groves.
good, yeah, and way better defensively.
Yeah,
and now he's raking it at JUCO and probably going to Division I. So,
yeah,
don't chirp guys until you know them.
At the time, I didn't know, that Roan State was like a solid school.
Yeah, I didn't
know that. Because he was wearing a Roan State shirt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was surprised to say the least.
Yeah.
I
guess we'll get back into some.
But yeah,
stuff.
Back to the Jays.
Go into the Twins series.
Yeah.
4-game set, and pretty sure I said it on the podcast. If not, I was definitely saying it, like at work and stuff. Winning 2 out of 4, that is a good series in Minnesota for me because you're still not healthy. And it's the offense is coming back, but we started to see the starting pitching start to struggle just a tad.
Yeah, they did a little bit.
Gosman, again, not doing bad, but he is coming down to earth a little bit.
Yeah.
And, he struggled. He gave up 4 runs on Friday.
Yeah. I would say that's a bit expected, though.
But there's one guy who just had the weekend of a lifetime, and it was perfect timing. Kazuma Okamoto, because me and my brother and my dad were having a debate, and we were talking about how good he is, and my brother's like, he's okay. And I'm like, no, you watch. Like after this weekend, you're gonna remember him. And Okamoto suddenly has 10 home runs with the one he hit tonight, and he has been. I'm okay if he is a 245 hitter with 35 home runs.
That's kind of the pace he's on right now, and I can't say I'm complaining about it.
No, because it gives Vladdy protection if he hits in the 4-hole.
Yeah, it gives him that protection where, we don't want this guy to go on because the guy on deck, he's gone yard a lot this year.
Exactly.
Right? And so instead of what could maybe be a solo home run is now a 2-run home run.
Yeah, exactly. And on the Friday. Okamoto with 2 home runs.
Yep.
3 hits for Pinyango, 3 hits for Lenine Sosa, who's also been swinging it pretty well.
Helped Friday and Saturday really helped erase a poor Thursday.
It did. I mean, then like
Sunday
11-4 Saturday, 7-3 on Friday. And then, yes,
Sunday wasn't good, but it wasn't the worst thing ever.
Sunday was frustrating because of you're facing Joe Ryan. He throws 9 pitches and he's done.
And you can't capitalize
And you
on
can't capitalize on
it.
it. But the one move I did like was Pinyango leading off. The guy's hot, swinging a good bat.
Yeah.
As much as Straw's not having a bad year, I don't love him leading off. And so it's like, okay, let's ride the hot hand to Pinyango. And he hasn't looked out of place at all. He has not looked.
No, not really.
He hasn't looked like, wow, I'm in the big leagues. He's looked like, yeah, okay, I'm in the bigs. Like, yeah, this is where I belong. Like, his swing is so nice.
I mean, I feel like if you have a lips tattoo on your neck, you kind of have to play off gangster. So, I feel like if you were just kind of, I'm in the big league, like that just doesn't suit you, bro. Like,
and he's got the easiest power too. Like I said in our group chat, it looks like he's not even swinging, but it's violent at the same time.
I didn't say anything, but I actually kind of disagreed with that. I thought it did look like he was giving it some solid hacks.
They look solid, but it looks like easy power. Like, it doesn't look like he's reaching back.
Maybe I sort of thought a bit differently, but either way, like, the power is there for him.
Very
like
there.
He's been hitting the ball hard.
And good at bats too.
I don't think he doesn't have a home run yet, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. But he's been hitting the ball hard. Like, I've seen him put good contact on
that. And since he's come up, 1 for 2 against Cleveland, 0 for 1. Doesn't matter. 1 for 2, 0 for 1, 3 for 4, 1 for 3, 3 for 5, and he has struck out 1 time.
So it seems like he's only bad when he gets less than 2 at bats.
Well, and even then, those are pinch hits.
He's a starter only.
Like, well, honestly, like, when Lucas gets back, I'm okay if Pinyango stays in that 2 hole for now.
It's doing the thing that as a fan you can't complain about, but as a manager it's your worst nightmare, where they make you make tough decisions. Right?
But I think, unfortunately, there's one guy who's slowly making the decision easier to replace him. No, Jesus Sanchez.
You think?
He's been scuffling.
You think?
Yeah, I'll read you off what his stats have dropped down to. Because now we are starting to get into that point of the year where you can start looking at stats and stuff a little bit. It's still not terrible, but Sanchez averages down to 250, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs. Still, that's not bad.
I was gonna say it's not bad.
4 walks, 20 strikeouts. The slightly concerning one for me is the OPS is under 700 for a power guy.
Yeah, that's not great.
It's not ideal. He's got 27 hits, 8 of them for extra bases, which that doesn't feel that bad. And he's hitting the ball hard, but the Jays are a team that is so geared towards contact and tough at bats. Feels like Lucas, and if Pinyango keeps it up, those guys I'd almost rather have in against the Reddies than Sanchez right now, because of the way Okamoto is also playing. We don't need Sanchez to be the lower average high power guy when that's what Okamoto's being.
That's true.
That's where I'm a little conflicted on Sanchez right now.
No, that's definitely a good angle to look at it from, but I still just think I don't think Sanchez has been that bad.
He's also just sketchy defensively. I do not like him defensively.
Well, so is Pinyango.
Yeah, but I guess we haven't gotten a true test on Pinyango because we haven't seen him.
He hasn't had some great routes.
I haven't been paying attention to that too much, but I don't know. For me, and you'll get this, some of you listening might, some of you might not. Watching Jesus Sanchez run to a fly ball, field a fly ball, is like watching Ryan Cutton do it.
It's sketchy.
And for those of you that don't know, he's one of our teammates. He's only played outfield a couple years. He's super fast, good arm. He catches every ball, but even on the most routine balls,
His feet are moving.
You can't tell if he sees it. He never settles under it, and it looks like he's always going to drop it. He never does.
He's never camped.
That's what Jesus Sanchez looks like in the outfield.
In a sense, yeah.
The issue is sometimes he actually does take a bad route as he hits a ball hard up the middle right into the shift. It was smoked. And that's the thing is like he's still hitting the ball hard. That's why it's like conflicting,
Yeah.
and it's just it's hard because we're used to watching a team that is a little more string hits together, put together tough at bats. That's what Pinongo and Lucas are similar to,
Yeah.
as compared to Sanchez, where we have to deal with a bit more swing and miss. And like he only has 4 home runs, whereas Okamoto's got arguably more swing and miss, but at least he has 10 home runs.
No, that's definitely a
Right?
good point.
That's the hard part for me.
The other nice thing though too is that you do get some more of that contact coming back soon with Kirk.
Yeah, that is true.
Where obviously that's about 3 weeks away. But it does
nice swing for Sosa.
Open the opportunity more for you to have that power bat in there when Kirk balances out the contact side of things.
Yeah.
So
I mean, at the end of the day, our lineup depth just looks really good.
Yeah, it's very good. But yeah, as much as Sanchez hasn't been the best, Pinago's definitely making a case for him to stay up.
Like both him and Valenzuela, I would understand if they get sent down, but I don't want to see either of them go down.
I don't want to see Venezuela go down.
I can't stand Heineman this year. And I know he didn't get thrown into a spot like this last year where he had to start, but
he's just been really bad.
But that's the thing, like he struggled defensively where he's supposed to be really good. He has looked uncompetitive at the plate. Whereas Valenzuela looks better defensively, looks very, very good defensively.
Yeah. He's shown better offensive signs at least.
He's got more. And I don't want to throw our king under the bus, but he's got more home runs than Vladdy.
That's a bit concerning.
It's a bit concerning Vladdy-wise, but for Valenzuela, it's like
keep
Varsho. That's such a good swing.
Yeah, that's a good swing.
Like Valenzuela has, and he's at the age too where I think he's 24. Like he's not at that point of, with Kirk being signed, he's not going to be a starter on this team really at any point unless Kirk's injured. So there's no point in sending him down to give him playing time when he's never going to be that starter for you anyways in the next 4 or 5 years. So you might as well keep him up here now.
But the upside, I guess the upside of sending him down though is that if he performs well in AAA, he does then become a better trade piece.
Which is also true.
Which, if, obviously the Jays are very set on Kirk being their starter. It depends how much value they want in their backup.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. When Kirk's back and hopefully healthy the rest of the year, Heineman's doable as a backup.
Yeah, because obviously right now, though, depending on what the Jays want to do, especially at the deadline, obviously Heineman has essentially no trade value compared to Valenzuela.
I don't even think you can get a toonie for him.
Exactly. But Valenzuela, he has that trade value because he's proven he's had glimpses of success at the big league level, and he's very young.
Young, good defensively.
So I think it depends more on whether you want to keep him as a backup for a longer time, or if you want to possibly get rid of him and let him put up good numbers in AAA as a way of showing other teams he's MLB ready.
I do think, honestly, even if they keep him up and give him 1 to 2 starts a week, and even if one of those starts Kirk DHs, it's fine. I think that still gives him a good enough chance to I think he's already proven his value in the sense of he can hit at the major league level, he can hit with power, and he's a good defensive catcher.
Yeah.
I think his value is there to the point where I don't think when Kirk comes back in that month and a half time before the trade deadline that Valenzuela's value will drop below where the Jays want it, if that makes sense. I feel like if they send him down, it can go up a bit, but at the same time, it's AAA, and teams are going to say, well, it's AAA, we can't prove what he's going to do in the bigs. Whereas if you can keep him up here, you can prove that's what he's doing. So I see both sides.
Yeah, I agree with that. The other thing, though, is that when you only play every so often in the big leagues, how you play is then very much magnified.
It's harder to succeed in it. Yeah, it's more magnified.
Yeah, because then it's a risk, though, because if your numbers are good in those games, it makes you look a lot better.
And if
they're worse, then vice versa.
And that's why I want to see him be the starter until Kirk gets back.
I'm with you.
Give him the full reign to boost his value. And he's earned it. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Is he has earned it over Heineman. Heineman, like you said, he has not been good.
I think he has the starting role.
I
right
think he
now.
pretty much does at this
Yeah,
point.
because I think Heineman essentially got benched.
He did, and Heineman kind of understood it. And
Heineman's smart enough to know. He's been around long enough.
And I think he also Heineman is a good veteran where he understands his place, he understands his role, and he understands who else is competing, right? Like when it comes to infielders, like a guy like Ernie Clement, he's competing with guys, but at the same time, he's competing with 3, 4, 5 guys. You only have to be better than, say, one or two of those guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Heineman has to be better than one other guy. And that's where catchers can play off each other really, really well.
Yep.
Now, typically it's your starter and then you got your backup. But we saw with Jano and Kirk for a few years, right? Like back and forth, two really good catchers. And obviously Jano went off, got his contracts. Kirk stayed here. He got his contract, right? So it can work out. Obviously, I'm not saying that would ever happen with Heineman, but
no.
Heineman being there has forced Valenzuela to have to play good enough to earn the role. And now that he has, Heineman's going to have to play better to earn it back because it's at the point now where it shouldn't just be Valenzuela's the starter. It should be his position to lose at this point.
I'm going to be so honest here with you too. If I was to pick one Blue Jay when it comes late season through playoffs, if there was one guy on the roster who was okay to just be like, hell yeah, I ain't playing, but I'm here to watch and have a great time with the boys, it's Heineman.
It's Heineman, yeah.
Or it's like,
it's not Barrios, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. No. But if I was to pick one guy who's like, hell yeah, I'm just cool to be here, man. I don't care to play. I know I'm not playing. It's Heineman. Yeah. Who's like, I'm just gonna have the best time I can on this bench.
Yeah. It's like it's like the guy who's come to terms with, I'm not that good, but you know what? If they win a ring, I win a ring.
Exactly.
So let's go. It was like when we were at a Limbs, and it's like we didn't know if we would get to go to nationals, but if the team wins, we win. Let's go.
Exactly. But like Heineman's just kind of like when it gets to that time of year, it's like I get to hit BP in the World Series. Why? Because I'm on the roster, not because I'm playing. Silly.
He probably won't even be on the roster, but he could still hit BP.
Well, he was last year though, because you obviously need a backup catcher on the roster.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying it more as like if Valenzuela was the backup, Heineman would still be in the dugout as some of the injured guys are.
Probably that too, though.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, he would.
But you can't tell me he was just taking the most careless BP last year at Dodger Stadium in the World Series. You're just like, I ain't playing, but I'm swinging.
Oh yeah, I just hit home run in the World Series. Let's go. Heineman would be the guy to joke like that.
Too. Yeah, 100%. But I think it also makes it easier on a manager when you have a pretty good feeling a guy's going to take it okay.
Yeah, I mean Schneider made his move. Kudos to Schneider. Like he didn't call out Heineman. He said it was the manager's decision.
Yeah,
it was Heineman that actually came out and basically confirmed that he got benched. And respected Schneider for it. And that, it's obvious. Like we all know it as Jays fans, but Schneider has the utmost respect in that room from every single one of those guys.
He does.
He's who didn't?
Who?
Charlie Montoya.
No, definitely not. But you can see a night and day difference.
And the difference is Schneider is all about his guys, but he also knows when he needs to be a manager. Charlie Montoya was, these guys are my best friends.
Yeah,
these guys are my friends. Go Vladdy. Like that was Montoya.
It doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Schneider, in my opinion, and
Schneider just also has more of the look of an intimidating dude, which just sets a.
Yeah, he does.
When you look intimidating and you turn out to be super friendly, it's like, I feel like it's just even in the back of your head, it's like, well, this dude might still snap on me.
And it is a little bit biased. Because he doesn't have more experience than a lot of guys. But I do think Schneider is easily one of the top managers in baseball over the last couple of years, without a doubt.
Yeah, I would say so.
He's managed the team very well. He trusts his guys, which, it bites him sometimes. But he doesn't shy away from it. He's honest, and he's like with the Hoffman stuff. He's like, I'm trying to trust my guy here. And, that's what I'm going to do. And you know what? He tried it. It didn't work. And he veered off. because he utilizes his coaching staff, right?
Yeah. As a manager, you have to trust your players because you aren't controlling what the players do.
Exactly.
You are putting them in the best situations that you feel they can be in.
Yep.
And if they don't perform, that is not your fault. It's maybe your problem because the team and whatever is still counting on you to win games, even though you can't really do that.
But the guys play for him. They want to win for him.
Yeah, the guys definitely want to win for him.
And Schneider knows how to. He's turned into a guy that knows how to play the matchups, but he also has feel at the same time. I mean, the Jays are playing the Rays right now. Gosman's having a decent start, not his best, and they're up 3-2 in the bottom of the sixth against the Rays, who are arguably the hottest team in baseball coming into the series. And Vladdy's not even in the lineup tonight. And Barger's still injured, and Kirk's not in it. Like, that just shows how not only Schneider organizes the lineup, but how the guys just play for him. Like, the guys aren't there playing for themselves; they're there playing for the clubhouse and the manager. Like, you can't design that; it's built over time.
Yeah, I'm gonna take what you said about how he manages the team and the respect he has and all that stuff, and I'm gonna segue that into the fact that there is a guy on this team that needs to maybe listen to his manager and have an opener from now on. That's Eric Lauer.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, go for it.
And change it a little bit.
Sure.
Can we just DFA him?
Yeah, that too.
Like, not even an opener. Get this guy off the team. Don't get me wrong. I loved Eric Lauer last year. He was awesome.
I did too.
But it happened with Ross Stripling. It got to a point he wasn't good anymore. Yeah. And that's where we're at with Lauer. And he's saying it's the opener's fault. Well, buddy, you didn't have an opener and you sucked as a starter. And well, there's no room for you in the bullpen. So I'm sorry. Pack up your suitcases. And, well, you know what? Don't pack up yet. Where do you want to get traded? Just kidding. We're trading you wherever we feel like trading you.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Eric Lauer's a real person. So I don't wish that. Like, DFAing has to be one of the worst things in sports because it's a 7-day stretch where you're on waivers, can be claimed by anyone, or you can report. Then after that, you can report to AAA, or in that time span, the team can trade you. It's like 7 days where you can't play and you have no idea what's going to happen, where your life's going to go in the next 7 days.
No, you're not wrong.
It is like one of the worst things. But in real talk, Lauer, they need to do something. I understand keeping him for the time being until you can get a starting pitcher back and healthy, but unfortunately, he's just not the guy he was last year, and I don't think he's going to be. The velo's down, the command's not there. Something tells me he's not entirely healthy, because
I don't know.
Like, usually lower velo command guys don't struggle this bad, in the sense that usually the command will still be there, or the velo. The velo's gone down and the command's gone down, which makes me think something's wrong, or maybe he just doesn't have it anymore. That can happen too.
No, it's very possible.
But they got to do something once they're healthy with him.
Yeah, I mean, working. Hate to say it, but I don't know if I hate to say it, but I feel like he's definitely my least favorite Blue Jay right now. And I think majority of that just kind of stems from the fact how he called out Schneider like that. I think that's just bad. What it stems from. And
he's
the fact
fallen below Joe Mantiply and Tyler Heineman.
What's wrong with Joe Mantiply?
He's just not actually that good.
I don't mind him.
I don't want him on my team, and I
still like, I like Heineman.
No, yeah,
but like as of right now, like when I see Lauer out there, I'm like, yo, I low key don't care if he does bad right now.
Yeah, no, that
because I don't like him.
That is true. Like you're right. He is the one guy where it's like
I don't like him.
It's like you almost, like
I don't
want to say, oh, I don't want you to do well, but that's almost the feeling you get.
I think it's just because we were just talking about of how much the guys love and respect John Schneider and how he went out behind his back, and on top of that has just completely proven Schneider's point as to why he gave him an opener.
Yeah, and then some, to be honest.
So, yeah, I think that's all those things just add up for me.
Yeah, he had a good start against Boston.
Yeah.
I will give him that. That was the Wednesday game. He went 4 1/3, 1 earned.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
One walk. It wasn't bad. And then even when did he last pitch? It wasn't the race series. Oh, it was yesterday.
Okay.
The-
I'm gonna
Yes-
do something here.
Sorry. So yesterday he was 4 1/3, 3 earned on 5 hits. Like, not bad, but he's I don't know. He's just not getting it
Okay,
done.
I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna cut the camera. I see the battery's low, so that we can post this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say, if you're a YouTube only person, you're gonna have to go to Spotify for the rest of this.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Cut
2-4
it before the camera dies.
2-4 Podcast Premium. It will be on Spotify and Apple Music. The last probably 10 to 15 minutes or whatever we got.
Yeah.